Well, guys, the time is upon us. Diablo 2 Resurrected is officially out, and I've had almost a week to play it. I just wanted to go ahead and take a minute to let you guys know how I feel about the game so far. What are the positives? What are the negatives? Let's get into it. So currently the game's been out about 5 days now, and I've been playing with a good friend of mine, and I'm currently on my main about halfway through Nightmare on a Barbarian, and then I've also been playing on my own on my Sorceress, who's about Act 4 in normal mode. I'm gonna be farming so hard. Before I really get into it, there is something that I need to let you guys know, especially if you're going to be more of an early adopter. And I mean, I know it's pretty common knowledge that Blizzard is notorious for the inability to actually launch a game. I mean, come on guys, this game's like 20 years old. There's really no reason to have as many glitches and bugs as there are. I know a lot of people are running into issues where almost their entire character screen is empty, like all their characters just disappear, and then they come back later. There have been some odd workarounds I've seen for that. There's also been issues where the servers just completely go down. They go into maintenance for a couple of hours. There's been issues where people have been having their items disappear. My buddy actually personally had his Herodox Cube just disappear, and he had to actually go get another one. So a lot of little things like that. It's been a little bit buggy. I noticed, I was checking in my actual stash, and I noticed it looked like some of my gems were missing. Can't really confirm it. I can't remember if they were there, but I do remember when I looked in there that it looked like I was missing a few. It's been a bit of an issue, and I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're coming at this later on, later on after this video has been posted, it might well be fixed. These are things that will probably be fixed, but right now it is an issue. So it had been a while since I played the original game, and when I first launched, I didn't think that the graphics were that much better, which is pretty funny because I forgot that there was actually a way to swap live between the old graphics and the new, and holy shit. They are way better. There are so many pixels in the new version compared to the old one, and the frame rate is also way better. Honestly, the game looks and plays beautifully. And I'll be the first to admit, when I played the game originally, I actually skipped all the cutscenes and I didn't really know the story, but the cutscenes in this game have been remastered, and I went ahead this time and I watched through the cutscenes because I'm much more interested in the lore this time around. And holy shit, they were beautiful and awesome to watch. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the cutscenes. The only one that disappointed me actually was the very last cutscene. After you finish the last boss, you get a cutscene, and it was super short. I was really disappointed. I was expecting something incredibly epic, and it was pretty awesome, but it wasn't quite as good as the rest of the cutscenes. So that's one thing that is great. This game, I feel like I understand the story so much more this time around. Also, the game is going to release on consoles this time, which is not something that the original did. It was just a PC game. I am actually currently playing it on PC, for the most part because my PC is my console of choice, but also because that was the way I originally played it, so I wanted to amp up that nostalgia factor. If you are playing the game on a console, you should let me know what you think, because I'm actually curious how it runs. Is it similar to the way that Diablo 3 runs on console? Mostly navigating the menus. I'm really curious how that works, if it carries over well to a controller, because it was something that was never originally meant to be played on a console. For the most part, the game has pretty much been left untouched. There are a few small changes, like auto gold pickup, which I assume is to make it a little bit easier for the people playing on console, so they don't have to click and target each pile of gold to pick it up. Now when you run over the gold, it just automatically throws everything into your inventory. So that's a pretty nice change. There's also shared stashes, so you don't have to try to do the transfer thing like you used to have to, where you'd make a game, have a friend come in there while all your stuff is on the ground, and then swap characters and come back. Sometimes you'd get disconnected, and it was just a really scary process. So those are some definitely convenient changes. There is one thing that I didn't even realize initially, but you can actually kill the Cow King now, and it doesn't stop you from going back in and remaking the game. So previously, if you made your cow level for whatever difficulty, so say normal, and you killed the Cow King, you couldn't make another normal difficulty cow level. Now you can kill the Cow King as many times as you want, and you don't have to make a public game and worry about somebody else killing your king and ruining your save. So that's good. The funny thing is, even though it's an older game, I think I'm actually getting more enjoyment from Diablo 2 Resurrected than I was from playing Diablo 3. And it's not like a bash on Diablo 3. I know there are a lot of people out there that hate Diablo 3. I don't. I have enjoyed Diablo 3 to some extent. I don't think it's a perfect game, but it's not bad. It's really funny that I play the older version the second game, and for some reason it's actually more fun than the third game. I'll be honest, this is pretty much a pretty version of the original game with spruced up graphics and a couple of different quality of life changes, and it's also available on consoles, but that's okay. That's what I wanted. I wanted a nostalgic experience of a game that I loved from my childhood with a fresh coat of paint, and that's what we got. I have to give Blizzard credit for not messing this one up as bad as Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'll admit, I was pretty worried about that. This is a game that was near and dear to my heart, which, I mean, I like Warcraft 3, but it was never as nostalgic for me as Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I was a little bit afraid that this one was going to get messed up. One other thing to note that I did forget earlier on in the video, there is no physical release for this game, which some people will see as a negative. I know that some people are very invested in owning physical copies of the games that they play, especially important ones, whereas this one, at this time at least, is only available digitally. Anyways, guys, I look forward to hearing what you guys think of Diablo 2 Resurrected. Also, make sure while you're down there to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.